Good morning, everybody. We're going live once again. So I'm going to be joined by Gauri. I hope everybody is doing well this beautiful Saturday morning. Just add Gauri. Waiting for her to join in. Good morning, Gauri.
Good evening, Prateek.
Oh yeah, it's good evening for you. I forgot you're in
Mm-hmm.
the international waters still.
Oh, yes, I'm still here. So, how are you doing?
Well, it's good. It's still a heat wave out here, so we all are going through entire phase after a day of dehydration. I'm back to my regular workouts and everything.
Oh, I'm so
So
glad. I'm so glad. So, at least things are getting better. So, that's a good
oh,
thing.
yes, I think everybody has to have a lot of fluids because this is a very untimely heat session that we're having. I've never seen this in Chennai in so many years, so I don't know why
Okay.
during this season. So
Mm-hmm.
tell me, Gauri, how come you requested a live session today?
So, today, Prateek, we're still turning the tables, and I wanted to ask you a few really specific questions about what were your markers for during your journey? Because I know uh, I mean, you showed me what, you've lost a lot of
Oh, you're
fat.
telling about the picture that is yet to come up. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So I know which picture's coming out, and I really wanted to understand, and I think a lot of people out there wanted to understand, like, they in a weight loss journey, everybody's looking at the weight coming down, and everybody's looking at
See.
oh, I have to have a number come down. So what was your number? What were you looking at? Because I know for a fact you told me straight off, Gauri, I'm not going to check my weight. I don't want to get on the scale. So completely different,
Yeah.
completely different thing, that a marker, if you would say, or a methodology of knowing what your progress was. So do you want to tell the
See.
tell the viewers what it was?
Well, to be honest, my frank opinion on this is that I don't like the weighing scale. I mean, the weighing scale has never been a friend of mine. I've mentioned this to a lot of people. I've hated the weighing scale for many reasons, and I've always stayed away from a weighing scale. Okay,
Hmm.
I don't know what I weighed when I started my weight loss journey. I don't know what my weight is today.
Right.
It doesn't
Mm.
matter to me. I'm not a professional who has to weigh himself and tell, okay, I'm in this category, I'm in that category. It doesn't matter to me at all. I have always gone by inch loss because
Hmm.
that is
Hmm.
what matters. See, I don't mind being, even today, I don't mind being 100 kgs till I have a flat stomach. I really
Hmm.
don't care. The weight doesn't matter to me. The matter is my body being in the perfect shape, my stomach being as thin as possible. So that's been my criteria. I think people look at the weighing scale. Yesterday I was talking to this kid. He's been looking at me run. This kid is a little plump. So he's
Hmm.
been like, Anna, help me this. That's why I told him, I said, kid, start walking first. I said, take baby steps. Don't start running, doing this and all. So he was
Right.
telling me, no, I keep checking my weight. Every day I'll check, and I can see one power, few grams I've lost this. I really didn't know what to tell the kid. I told him, I said, don't stand on the weighing scale. I said, look at the inch loss. You go to the washroom and come back, you'll find a few pounds less than up and down. Yeah, that's how it is.
Absolutely.
And when you're losing weight, when you're doing strength training, if I'm not wrong, you may lose fat, but you may gain muscle.
Right.
So,
Right.
you're losing weight in one part, you're gaining weight in another part. This goes for everybody. So I don't know why, what is this funda by looking at the weighing scale? That's the most demotivating thing. At times it doesn't come down that easily. It takes time. So
Right.
I always encourage and, rather advocate people go for, inch loss. Look at inch loss. I had shirts which I had bought. I said, okay, one day I'll fit into these.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. When I started fitting into those, I was like, oh baby, now I'm making sense.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And I have not gone down from that. And I swear there have been so many shirts which I bought to say I will fit into these one day. Trust me, I'm way past them. Those
Hmm.
shirts became loose for me. I had to give them away.
So you're basically looking at inch loss, and I know because I'm waiting for that picture to come out. Pratik, I don't think people understand what you're saying till that picture comes out and they realize the kind of inch loss we're talking about. Tell me just for the benefit of everybody, where did you start off in terms of the maximum inches that you were, say, on your pants? Like, what was your maximum inches that at that point?
See, as I told you, I was 46 waist. Okay. The largest I owned was
Mm-hmm.
46 and I've come down to 32 today.
Woo!
So I'm still aiming to go a little more down. I know people are saying
Mhm.
you're mad, but I still, it's like how Hrithik Roshan said, you need to give a little extra. You need to give a little extra to the people.
Right. No, see, it's great. I mean, I've seen the journey. I've been a part of the journey, so I know what you're talking about. And when people, from my perspective, when I'm talking about, talking to clients and talking to people, they're looking at when they weigh themselves, they're looking at, okay, Gauri, I'm at this weight and I want to get to this weight. But I'm like, what do you want to, there are multiple things that I'm looking at. Like, what are you feeling? How are you, have you lost inches? Like, a lot of times people don't see weight loss, but they see the inch loss when they're doing that, specific regime, or a regime when it comes to fitness, when it comes to nutrition. So they, you know, what do you think it's important to be concentrated on only one thing, or do you think they should look at multiple aspects as a whole picture rather than just one like tiny thing?
No, I see. Okay, I still say inch loss is how you should be looking at it because
Mm.
that is more encouraging and that is more, I think that is more correct. As I said, the weighing scale is going to go haywire off and on. Now, for
Yeah.
a guy like me, I lift weights and I lift, okay, I won't say very heavy, but I lift heavy weights for my type of person.
Hmm.
Okay, so obviously I'm gaining muscle. It's not that I'm not gaining muscle.
Right.
Okay, I'm losing the fat, I'm gaining muscle. And it is two different components as we've explained this earlier to people.
Right.
Fat is different, muscle is different. You have to burn the fat and build the muscle.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
so that is happening. So my suggestion to everybody out there is, see, don't get demotivated looking. Throw the weighing scale away if you ask me. Don't even stand near a weighing scale. I don't know why.
Hmm.
A weighing scale is only, used to, weigh your baggage when you're traveling by air and you have too much luggage. I
Absolutely.
I always use a weighing scale for that. Otherwise, I don't have a weighing scale at home. Nor do I recommend anybody to have a weighing scale. I
Hmm.
don't understand. There's so many people who work out every day and they'll go on the weighing scale. Oh, they'll come
So
demotivated. Why are you
I think
demotivating
I think
yourselves?
I absolutely, and I think one of the things that I know we advocate, I know you do as a motivator, and I do as as a nutrition professional. I always say that, if you're going to get on the weighing scale, and use that component as your overall picture, don't do it every day. Please don't do it every day. If you can
No.
help it, do it once, maybe in 1 week, or once in 2 weeks.
I won't
When
even
you are
advocate once. I won't even advocate once a
that's
week.
see that I understand where you're coming from, because that really worked for you, and you were smart enough to get a bunch of professionals together where they were working in conjunction with each other for you. And a lot of people just don't do that, and a lot of people are looking at that weighing scale, that kata moving from right to left and that kind of thing. So what I've seen the pictures, I've seen the transformation, I've been a part of the journey again, like I've said. I really want, I think the message I would give at this point to people would be patient. Because, Pratik, did this happen to you overnight? Was that
See,
inch loss
no, as
overnight?
I have told you, this has taken months and months and months. I have had roadblocks so many times. When I hit 36, I had a roadblock. When I hit 34, I had a roadblock. Now, when
Mm-hmm.
I've hit 32, I've hit a roadblock. You need to see plateaus. These are what we call plateaus. You will keep hitting plateaus. It's not going to just keep happening, keep happening. You need to take your game upper. That's why I said But I see people suddenly, instead of walking, just suddenly they start running and giving all the energy. I said, don't do that. I said, first utilize walking and, lose what you can lose out of walking, then come to intermediate, then come to
Okay.
running. Don't be in such a hurry that you want to give it all on. It's not that if you're going to start running, it's all going to come crushing down. Keep the best for your
Absolutely.
plateaus. Because
Absolutely.
when you hit your plateaus, you need to really push yourself. When I mean a plateau, you'll come to a point where you will not see weight loss, how much ever workout you do.
So
That's why
my
you got to
last
break the
question to
plateau.
you. So my last question to you. Now you've hit plateaus and we've worked through those plateaus. What at this juncture, what really worked for you? Was it just the nutrition angle of it? Was it a variation in what you were doing in terms of your training? Um, or was it combination of both? How
It's
did you work?
combination of both. It's combination of both. Okay. Because see, at the end, see, Gauri, you have not let me go into a very starving diet or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I eat a lot. I think people have to realize that I eat quite a bit still. Okay. And the workout that I do, yes, I push myself in my workout also, so it's there. Yes, workout variation, maybe certain way workouts I did were
Mm-hmm.
really, really difficult, very draining, but they were very effective. But I was strong that come what may, I'm gonna achieve this.
Right.
Okay, I should
Right.
make a video on that sometime, but let's see
Yeah,
when I
you
get the
should.
chance for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, this is fantastic. I mean, because I hope you put that picture up really soon, because people will realize what you're talking about when you talk about the inch loss. I mean, having lost from coming down from a 46 to a 32, that is a huge change, and people don't realize what kind of a huge change that is
Well,
till they see.
we still have more inches to go, Gauri.
I
You
know,
know
and we'll
my
get
goal.
there. We'll get there. We'll make sure you get there. But at this point, I think your journey has, I think, motivated more people than you
Well,
can.
I hope it does. I hope
I
it does. And I've told this to everybody, guys, if you're stuck in a weight loss, this thing, if you feel you're not guided, I won't say guided, if you think you're lost somewhere, not motivated, get in touch. I'll be more than happy. You can DM me. I'll be
absolutely
more than be happy to motivate you. Weight loss is not easy. It's a very frustrating thing that I'm carrying the weight. I know I've been there. We are
right.
there to help. You have Gauri as a nutritional partner, the fitness partner. You can DM her. You can DM me if you want motivation, or if you have that mind block that it's not happening, it's not happening.
Mm-hmm,
A lot
mm-hmm.
of people say weight loss is a myth. Weight loss is not a myth. I won't even say weight loss is hard work. I will say weight loss is smart work.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, to end the video, I'm just going to say very simple, guys, don't rely on the weighing scale. It can be a very, very demotivating factor. Try staying as much as away you can. Look at your inch loss. If you really want, go buy a shirt size that you say, yes, I want to fit into this one day. Keep
Right.
pushing yourself till you fit into that shirt
So the
or
one thing
t-shirt.
that I'm gonna hold on and I'm gonna say, when you do visualization of what you really want to achieve, that really works so well. And some of your old clothes, I'm like, I know the fact that when I do things for myself, I'm looking at those skinny jeans that I want to fit into, and I know what I have to do to get into those jeans. So yeah,
Okay,
absolutely. I think.
I'm not gonna come to the skinny part at all because
No,
yesterday only
skinny
had
jeans
got
is just
shopped.
a way of saying jeans
Yeah,
that are tight. Yeah, yeah,
I'll be honest, okay, whoever introduced the skinny jeans concept has not, figured people like me who have legs like me. Because when
that's
I
right.
wear out a skinny jeans and come from the waist, it's loose, from my thighs to my legs, it's still tight. I'm like, what is this?
And they don't realize that when you're doing this, when people are actually looking at getting into something like this, they are working all their major muscles, and major muscles do happen to be in your legs, and those are the ones you're really working out when you're trying to, with the weight loss, and that muscle buildup is really effective. So you're absolutely right. I do not believe in the skinny jean
And I
concept.
think
Girls
the
can be
next
girls.
video, yeah, the next video that we do, Gauri, let's talk about the variation in the different cardios that are there,
Done.
cycling, running, skipping,
Agreed.
and let's give a
Agreed.
little bit of fair bit to people which cardio affects how much, which is a whole body, which is a leg, which is a hand, blah
Mm-hmm,
blah blah.
mm-hmm.
Give them a whole this thing. So we're
Absolutely.
ending. So let's end this and let's end this video here. So I
Yeah.
think this has been a good message. So guys,
Thank you for answering my
weighing
question.
scales. Yeah, you're welcome. Weighing scales, not too frequent. Stay away.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay,
Thank
Gauri,
you
I
so
think it's
much.
almost 11 o'clock over there, your time, if I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
well, it's more of me taking a break now.
Okay, it's Saturday Night Fever for Gauri, so we all can understand. The fever has begun.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I wish you the very best. Have a great evening. And we shall
You
connect
too.
again,
Take care.
Gauri. Take care.
Yes, bye,
Bye.
Pratik.
Bye.